Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Big Mike back here once again. And today I have for you the results / recap of the 2019 Royal Rumble event. So let's get right on into it. So the first match is a bit of an impromptu match, which normally fine, but this one was a little weird, as Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, the current Raw Tag Team Champions, went up against the Revival's Scott Dawson and the AOP's Razor. Currently, Akam is out hurt, so if the non-tag team champions won, Dawson and Razor, their team, the AOP and the Revival, would each get a future tag team title shot. So no title match, and it just felt really, really weird. It did not flow as well as I thought it should, but thankfully it was just on the pre-show. So, I'm just giving this thumbs down. Not a good match between some really good wrestlers. Next up, also on the pre-show, Rusev defended his United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. During the ending portion of the match, Nakamura was trying to get the turnbuckle pad off the top turnbuckle to, ram Rusev in. Lana, who is at ringside, gets up on the ring apron, yelling at the ref, he's cheating, stop him. Nakamura gets in her face and basically says, what are you going to do about it? Rusev gets up, charges at Nakamura. Nakamura moves, hitting Lana to the floor, who's clutching at her ankle. That'll come into play later. Just wait. So after a roll-up by Nakamura on Rusev, your new United States champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. And it wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a great match, but it was a pretty darn good match. So I'll give it the bar symbol. It's right there in the middle. It was pretty good. The highlight of the pre-show, as the Cruiserweight Championship was on the line, Buddy Murphy defending against Akira Tozawa, Hideo Itami, Kalisto. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you are not watching 205 Live on the network after SmackDown, you are missing out. These guys are fantastic. This was the highlight of the pre-show and may have stole the entire show. That's how good these guys are. So, Buddy Murphy retains in an awesome match. Some really good high spots, and it's big old thumbs up from me. I love these guys. First matchup on the main card. A bit of a surprise, but kind of not in context once you see what's going on later, as Asuka defends her SmackDown Women's Championship against Becky Lynch, the man. And the man lost clean to a submission. Not an Asuka lock either. Like a sort of reverse figure eight, but instead of the leg, she had her head. That torque was nasty looking. So, as disappointed as I am that Becky lost, I'm giving this a thumbs up. This was a great match. Fast, furious, lot of counters into each other. It was great. This next match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, you have The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, taking on the Besties with the Resties. Better than the Resties? I don't know. I'll come up with a nickname for them later. The Miz and Shane McMahon. Which, I am a little tired of Shane McMahon wrestling, because he's not really a fully trained wrestler. But I feel like he really looked really good in this match. Even selling moves. Although he did no-sell a big old Cesaro swing. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. Match ends with all four men in the ring. Miz hits a skull-crushing finale on Cesaro. Both guys are the illegal men, so they slowly roll out of the ring. Shane McMahon hits the most impressive shooting star press I've ever seen him do. So I'm going to applaud him on that. That was a fantastic move. That was a... I shall give him all the credit in the world. New SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Miz and Shane McMahon. Although I wonder for how long. So, we'll see going forward. Next up, we have Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks in another awesome women's title match. Submissions galore. Rousey trying arm bars and trying for bank statements. Same thing for Sasha. At one point, they were outside of the ring with Rousey throwing her punches. At one point, Sasha moves for a big elbow, which breaks the LED on the turnbuckle, which I thought that was a great touch. Match ends after Rousey hits a Piper's Pit, which is her spinning slam thing. I'm not even sure what to really call that, but she won by pinfall instead of submission, which I like. It's a little different from her usual victory, which is the armbar, which I thought was a really nice touch, and I'm giving this match a big old thumbs up. Next matchup, it's the first Royal Rumble, but it is not the guys, it is the women getting their shot in the Royal Rumble match. Now, I'm not going to go through everybody who was here, but I'll go through some surprises. Some people I was not expecting. Like Xia Li, currently on NXT, was in the second season of the Mae Young Classic. That was cool. Kairi Sane with her second appearance. She was in the last one. Hit her big old elbow drop. Maria Kanellis, who I believe this is her first match on the main roster. I could be wrong about that, but I think she's mostly been managing Mike, her husband. So that was nice to see. Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano's wife. I popped for that. Casey Catanzaro. It says she's on NXT. I've never really seen her, but she impressed the heck out of me. She had a spot where she was out of the ring, her legs were in the air, so her feet didn't touch the floor. She scooted up the turnbuckle and climbed up it. Oh, she has a background as she was on the show American Ninja Warrior, so no real surprise by that, but that was really cool. She has my respect. Io Shirai, who is Kairi Sane's friend now. Maybe we'll see her on NXT. We're definitely seeing her on NXT in the future. Former NXT UK Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. My jaw dropped when she came out. That was awesome. She looked great. And now, to end the match, 28, Lana comes out, but she's still selling her ankle, so she's limping. She's not exactly to the ring. Next person out is Nia Jax, who takes a couple of shots at her. Which, nice heel touch. That was interesting. And then, of course, the predictable number 30, Carmella, who won the Mixed Match Challenge thing. Which I do not care about. And then out comes Becky Lynch. And a couple of WWE officials are out there, including, who was a very nice touch, Fit Finlay. If you don't know who he is a fellow Irishman, former wrestler, who's very underrated. Becky and Finley are like jawing. Becky wants in the Rumble. She'll take Lana's spot. And then we see Finley just go, okay, there you go. Go ahead. And then she was in the Rumble. Final two, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. The animosity in there was fantastic. And even before that, when Nia Jax got eliminated, Becky somehow made her way to the outside. I guess she was selling something or something. I don't remember. She gets cold-cocked by Nia. So she's out there selling her knee like she's hurt. She sees the ref going to raise Charlotte's hand, and she's like, nope, that's not going to happen. Slides into the ring, basically says, I'm good, let's do this. They continue with a fantastic segment. Charlotte gets eliminated. Going to WrestleMania, and as of Monday, now challenging Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title, Becky freaking Lynch. I am so hyped for this match. Let's do it. Although I guess I'm a little biased because I'm attending. Alright, so that's the Women's Rumble. Next up is Daniel Bryan defending his WWE Championship against AJ Styles. Oh, I'm giving the Women's Rumble a big old thumbs up. That was freaking awesome. Next up is Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. It wasn't a bad match. What happened was the crowd wasn't as into it because it was a little slow, but people were tired after the Women's Rumble. I don't blame them. But then eventually, getting down to the last bit of the match, Eric Rowan, formerly of the Bludgeon Brothers, comes down the ring. Daniel Bryan, with a ref bump, kicks the ref in the face, targeting AJ. Rowan comes in, face slams? It wasn't really a choke slam. It was like a face slam. AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan with the win. This is going to be interesting going forward, seeing, what happens with the WWE title, and now Rowan. Will we see a bigger faction with Daniel Bryan? Who knows? But this is going to be an interesting time. I'm giving it thumbs in the middle, mostly because the crowd wasn't that into it, which was weird. Although I do understand. Next up, for the Universal Championship, you have David versus Goliath. Brock Lesnar defending his title against Finn Balor. No demon, by the way. Which I'm a little disappointed in, but usually when he's the demon, he wins. So, we'll see what happens there, but Finn, to open it up, doesn't even wait for the bell, just runs up to Brock, cocks him a little bit. Eventually, they make it to the outside, and Finn pushes Brock into one of the edges of the announcer's table, which, he sells pretty damn good. And then the announcers are selling it as like, oh, Brock's got an internal injury. Will this be the chance? Balor hits the coup de grace pretty damn flush on Lesnar. 1, 2, no. 2 count only. Brock then gets the Fujiwara armbar submission. Balor taps. Still your Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. And Brock made Finn look like $1 million. It was a short match, but it was a really good match, I feel like. Was it on the level of, let's say, AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan at Survivor Series? Not really, but it was still really good. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And now, it is time for our main event of the evening. The Men's Royal Rumble. Now, again, I'm not going to go through everybody. I'm going to go through a couple of surprises. First surprise, at number 2, Jeff Jarrett. And he comes out to his old school, like, stripy outfit. Number 1 was Elias, and he was about to sing. He gets interrupted by Jarrett. Looks like they're going to do a duet, but then Elias turns back into a heel, hits him with the guitar, eliminates him. Next big sort of surprise, and another legend, although he's been on Raw now lately, Kurt Angle. And as much as I like seeing Kurt, and I really do, he's not looking as fresh and, like the wrestling machine we all know he can be. He looks a little slow. But, always good to see him. Next up, NXT North American Champion, Johnny freaking Gargano. I popped hard for this. I was hyped. Johnny Wrestling. Finally making it to the main roster. Now, obviously, this is just a one-shot. Like the other NXT guys and the NXT UK guys. But you know what? I was still hyped for him. That was freaking sweet. Another one that I never saw coming. WWE UK Champion Pete freaking Dunne, the Bruiserweight. Like, where the heck did he come from? That was great. I can't believe he made it. Next surprise, Aleister Black, former NXT champion. Rumor has it he's being called up shortly, but we'll see what happens with the current crop of NXT call-ups. So, we'll see. Another guy we haven't seen in a while, not really a legend, not an NXT guy either, Shelton Benjamin. I thought this dude was dead, or at least released. Like, it was good to see him back. He had the long pants instead of the short shorts on. And he had a really good showing. Actually, number 30, along with his mixed match challenge partner, Carmella, R-Truth was supposed to be in the number 30 spot. But that was overtaken by Nia Jax, who jumped Truth before he could get anywhere near the ring and just took his spot. So it looks like WWE are experimenting a little bit with intergender wrestling, which I'm all for. She eventually gets eliminated after a super kick by Dolph, an RKO by Randy, and a 619 by Rey Mysterio. So that was pretty cool. Final 2. A little predictable, but it was still cool to see them face to face. Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was in at number 10. Strowman at number 27. So Strowman was fresher. Although Seth was put through an announcer's table earlier by Bobby Lashley, who he eliminated in like 8 seconds, which was funny as heck. And then Seth got back in. It looked like Braun was about to win. They're both on the apron, both hitting each other with their best spots. Braun then after a super kick, down to one knee. Seth Rollins with the curb stomp to him. Braun falls out of the ring. Your winner, Seth freaking Rollins. And as of last night, looks like he's about to challenge Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, which, again, another hype match. I'm going to give this match a big old thumbs up. Overall, I'm giving the Rumble a thumbs up. That was a very, very, very good Rumble. Was it as good as last year's? Maybe not, but Road to WrestleMania just started. I am hype as heck. We are getting some good things coming, and I can't wait. Alright, that's it from me. Next pay-per-view predictions will be Elimination Chamber, which is coming February 12th. So that's like 3 weeks away. So I'll see you guys then. Hopefully you guys have a good time. And I'll see you then. Peace.